Hi everyone, this is Linda. I'm going to be with you for the next 5 weeks in Psychology 210, the Psychology of Learning. Let me introduce myself and tell you a bit more about myself. I live in West Texas with my husband and my dog, who is about 12 and a rescue. If you don't know where Abilene is, we're about 200 miles west of Dallas. It's very hot here most of the time. Not as hot as Phoenix if you're in Phoenix, but it's hot. We have 4 adult children and 6 grandchildren. It's been rough on me not getting to see them during this time because both of us are isolating and haven't been doing any traveling. So I look forward to the time when we can see them again. When I was almost 50, I went back to school and earned a master's degree in psychology. I really wanted to be able to teach online, and I wanted to be able to be a counselor in the community college where I worked. I finished that degree and I absolutely loved online. I began to teach as an adjunct in the psychology and child development departments for my community college. I taught there for about 12 years. I've been at University of Phoenix for almost 11 years, part of that time full-time, but mostly as an adjunct. I was also a full-time college counselor for 15 years while I was adjuncting. I loved that job so much. I worked primarily with students who had difficulties, financial disabilities, education, all different kinds of difficulties, plus a lot of single parents, moms and dads, and I absolutely loved it. I don't miss too many things about getting up and going to work every day somewhere outside of my home, but I really miss those students. When I have any spare time, I garden, read everything I can, and cook. I especially like to cook international dishes. I have one grandchild from Ethiopia, and I have conquered a few Ethiopian dishes and really love Ethiopian food. The most important thing and the most fun thing I do is visit my grands. Okay, I want to talk to you about how to succeed in this class. Really, if you've worked on time management and you can get your time under control, you can be successful. In this class, there are a few things that will help. Check your email anytime you come into the classroom because in Blackboard, you don't get notified when you have new mail. Ask questions. Email me in Blackboard or use my email address. It's in the syllabus and it's right here for you anytime you want to look back at it or if you need it. Please ask questions. A lot of times students don't ask questions and then they don't turn something in. When I ask what's going on, they tell me they didn't understand. Ask me. I want you to be successful and I'm here to help you do that. My requirements might seem hard to you sometimes, but I'm on your side and I'll do everything I can to help you meet those requirements. Before you tackle your work, read your textbook and view any available videos that come up in every week. We don't have videos every week, but some weeks there are. Do that before you attempt discussions. Read your discussion and your assignment instructions very closely. They may be different from your last class. I have my own templates I've developed, and if you turn in a paper from someone else's class, I'm going to ask you about it, and I'm probably not going to accept it. Okay, let's move on and explore the classroom. When you go to the course room, you're going to see pretty much the same thing in every classroom, but I do have a few different things. You'll see your course resources in the course syllable, very important for you to read. You will see announcements over to the left of your screen. Don't ignore those. Occasionally I will say make a change or post something that you need to know about. I'll also let you know when your grades are posted there. You're going to see in my course room a career corner. You can add to the discussions there. Every week I'll post career hints and links. I'll post those primarily based on what you guys tell me about what careers you're interested in when we share personal information in week 1. Then I'll also have a section called Instructor's Notes or Digging Deeper. This is for those of you who want to be more successful and go further into the course. I'm going to post success tips there. I'm going to post grammar hints that will be tied to your feedback. I will post weekly key points from our lessons and some links with some additional information for you to check if you want to jump deeper into a topic. I'll also post a section called Connections to Psychology. Often students will ask, what does this have to do with psychology? And that's where I'm going to tell you. Next, you're going to see week by week everything you're going to need to complete your discussions and assignments will be in each week's postings. You'll see readings, you'll see activities you're going to need to complete. You'll have everything there that you need. All right, let's move on. Discussions. Sometimes students don't realize how important the discussions are. They are part of your grade, but more importantly, that's how we get to know each other and how we learn from each other. The discussions are planned so we can expand our thinking about a topic, where we can ask questions about a topic. We can share with one another what we know about the topic and what our experience has been. It's also where I get to see if you've read the text and done all the activities. I can tell by your writing whether you're writing off the top of your head or if you've read the text. Here are my requirements, which are going to be different from your previous class. Make sure you follow my instructions. You're going to answer all parts of the initial discussion question with 175 words minimum, and then you're going to have 2 replies. That's pretty standard. But one's going to be to a peer, another student. It needs to be 75 words, and I'm going to tell you what makes that substantive in a minute. One reply needs to be in response to any one of my additional posts, also 75 words. I might reply to you directly, and that's always a good thing for you to look for, because I may be expecting you to reply back to me and expand on your discussion. Or I might reply to someone else, and you can work off of that to add something. My responses to each of you are almost always going to contain additional information, expansion of subjects, links, and sometimes videos. Be sure and look at what I write you. That gives you more information, plus it gives you a place to respond. All posts must be substantive count. I am fine. In fact, I love it when you encourage other people. And I don't mind broad general posts, but they're not going to count for a grade. If you start a post and say, I agree with you, you're probably not going to earn all your points. Avoid I agree with you type posts. Write substantive posts or posts that add value to the discussion. There are several ways to do that. You can do that by bringing the text back into the discussion, using reliable sources from the library to bring to the discussion, and personal stories are fine as long as they're tied to the concepts for the week. Move the discussion forward with thoughtful questions. I love hearing about your experiences. That's one of the things I want you to share with each other, especially as they pertain to careers. They need to relate to what we're talking about specifically, and I need for you to show that relationship. If you have any questions about that, be sure to let me know. All right, moving on to assignments. On assignments, to be successful, there are basic steps you need to follow. First of all, almost with every assignment, if not everyone, I think there's maybe one that does not, but almost everyone has Connect activity that you need to complete before you do your assignments. If you've had the course before, do them again. I need to see that you've done them for this class, and don't submit assignments you've already submitted for another class. Complete the Connect activities because they lead directly to answering the questions in your assignment. Read the text before completing the assignments. Hopefully you've done that already because you read it before your discussions. Use my assignment template. Do not submit previous work. My templates all have a cover page or title page for you to complete, and it's set up in APA style, so please complete. Write in your own words using ideas from Connect and from the text. Proofread all your work before you turn it in. There are library tools listed with each assignment for you to use to help you proofread, but none of them catch everything. It's up to you to read your assignments or ask someone who may be better at grammar than you are to read it with you to help you with your grammar. Don't let them write it, of course, but let them help you see what you need to do better. I'm going back for a minute because I want to talk to you just a second about plagiarism. I won't spend much time on this. Do not copy directly from the text. You might use small short quotes from the text if you will cite the text and put in page number. But I really want your words because I want to know what you understood and how you're going to apply it in your life. And I can't know that if you just give me the text. Okay? Final slide. Ask me questions. I said this once, but I will say it again. You can message me in Blackboard or directly. You can use the designated course question area unless the question is personal. That way, other people who might have the same question can benefit, and you can answer each other's questions there in case I don't get to it fast enough. You can schedule a phone call by sending me a message in Blackboard. I'm usually in the course room from 11 to 2 every day, and if I see a message come up, I'll answer immediately. If not, I have my messages forwarded to my personal email, and I will get to them when I can. I'm offering answer questions at 2 in the morning if I just happen to be awake. Email me at lindar.grant@gmail.com if you do not hear from me in the classroom. I can't imagine that you won't, but if for some reason there's a failure in Blackboard, then feel free to email me at my personal email. I am in the classroom a lot and I will likely see it there first. Okay, let's move forward with week 1, and if you have any questions, be sure and let me know.